Good morning everyone, the MMDA are back on the road, anti-illegal parking, clearing the sidewalks, catching those driving without license, without helmets, without seatbelt and everything else. Today they're in, what's this, Santolan near Camp Crame, so let's go. So if you look here, sidewalk, 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 and then once you get this far, it's occupied by vehicles, partially obstructed. So they're advising now that they're going to need to move these vehicles and they have to issue tickets to them. Over here, same thing, you can see the enforcers are taking pictures of this car. If the driver doesn't come out in time and move it, they'll actually tow it away to clear it from the sidewalk. Over here you can see there's a sign that says no parking both sides, but there are cars parked here. So again, they'll issue a ticket if there's a driver, or they'll tow it if there's no driver. A driver just came running over for this one, so they'll ask her now for the license and then issue a ticket before sending her on her way. The driver's handed over the license, so they're just writing out the ticket now. And just behind that is this car, they're just hooking up now. No drivers come out, so they'll tow it away to clear it from the road. And here's my favorite, potato corner. And over here you can see the tow crew hooking up to this red car. Again, no parking both sides, no drivers come out to move it, so they'll tow it away to clear it. And if you look, you can see all the guys are wearing their new raincoats, the yellow ones. These were donated. There you go. Thank you very much. So it's very nice that they were donated. Over here you can see this red car has completely obstructed the sidewalk. A little bit into the road also. No drivers come out, so it could get towed away. So you can see the tow truck just hooked up to this one now. By blocking the sidewalk, it forces pedestrians into the road. That puts them at risk of being hit by vehicles. It also adds to congestion, so that's why they're going to be clearing the sidewalk. And there you go, now that car's been cleared, pedestrians can walk on the sidewalk instead of having to go in the road. If you look over here, you can see the pink line which shows the break between the public sidewalk and the private property. Last time IACT went here, they removed all these posts, but somehow some of them got reinstalled again. So there you go, they'll be taking them over to the truck now, along with the other obstructions that were left here on the sidewalk. Same problem over here, because the car's parked like this, it's blocking the pedestrian lane. That forces everyone into the road. They actually had to call in a flatbed for this one, so they've been waiting here quite a while and the drivers had more than enough time to come out. Nobody's come so far. And here goes one more vehicle. And here goes another car. And one more on the flatbed here. This vehicle here is being issued a ticket for counterflow. This is actually a one-way road and they're facing the wrong way. Counterflow is quite a serious violation. It has a heavy penalty. Over here they stopped another motorcycle rider, counterflow, and he's not able to show a driver's license, so I think his bike will be impounded. Over here you can see they're bashing down this wall that was built on the sidewalk. No pedestrians can go through, so they're just taking it down now using sledgehammers. So you can see that wall is now down and they're just cutting off the rebar. I guess they probably don't want to use the power tool because it's raining and you know that tool's quite expensive. There you go, it's easy enough. Right now they're talking to the people from these properties because they've converted the sidewalk into like a big step here. I don't know if it's for parking or whatever, but you can see it's a flat sidewalk over there. Then when you get here it's a ramp, and then when you get here it's even worse, it's two steps. He's saying we don't have a jackhammer right now, but it's possible they'll come back and do this. They're already taking down this wall though, again obstructing the sidewalk. People can't pass through, so they'll take it down now. And you can see most of that wall is down now, just have to clear away the rubble. Bong is talking to the head of security now about removing this. If you follow the pink line here, you can see that actually this shouldn't be here, it should be cleared. The thing is, I remember this exact same conversation when IACT went here. They spoke to them also about removing this, but I guess it never happened.
Maybe Monday, but Oi, promise yan ha?
So they've advised them that they have 3 days to remove this. If they don't do it, the MMDA will go here and they'll do it themselves. It's much better though if they can remove it, because why should the MMDA spend their money, their resources, their manpower on this when it's an obstruction on the sidewalk? They can't do it today because they're just not equipped with this. All that soil has to be taken away. They can't just leave it there because it'll be washed into the road, it'll be washed into the drainage. So 3 days, if it's not gone by Monday, they'll come back and do it themselves. You can see here on the truck they've also confiscated this. It was a basketball hoop that was left on the sidewalk, so they've cleared that. A lot of plants also. They actually asked the owner, can't you take these inside your home? They said we don't have space for it, just take them away, so we've taken them away. Don't know what this is, but cleared from the sidewalk or the road. Right now they're looking at this vehicle here. blocking the sidewalk, obstructing the sidewalk, and dipping a little bit onto the pedestrian crossing. Although he's reversing now, it's impossible for him to fit on this parking space without obstructing the sidewalk. I mean, look at this pink line here. The interesting thing is the paint says for non-customers 50 pesos per hour, but if someone parks like that, they'll be parked partially on the sidewalk, so then you're collecting money for people parking on a public sidewalk. And look at this vehicle here. I think it must have rolled or something. It's in terrible condition.